Look what I picked up today. That's right. It's a study abroad t-shirt. Our professor's name is Goen, so we're going on a trip in our favorite rocket ship. It's kind of funny that I happened to pick this t-shirt up today because I was just thinking that it's been about a year since I declared my major. And now I'm wearing a t-shirt with communication professor related puns. I was also thinking of all of the things that I've learned so far as a comm major that a year ago I definitely would have never thought about. First and foremost, I learned probably the most important thing that anybody on campus here should learn is that the library is your friend. My freshman year, I was terrified of the library, just a scary place for some reason. But you know, it is a magical place. It's a magical place where, you know, productivity happens. The library also has Einstein's, which, you know, supplies me with coffee, so it's a good place. I've learned that group projects aren't going to go away, and neither will presentations, and neither will papers. A lot of my classes are starting to overlap, so that's really cool that I'll be able to reference what I learned last semester and help me understand whatever I'm learning this semester. Unfortunately, this means that a lot of things don't go away. Last semester in Intro to Rhetoric, I just memorized whatever definition I was given for epistemology because I didn't really get it. Cut to philosophy and communication that I'm in this semester, and the first journal assignment was, what is your epistemology? You can sometimes get hashtag too deep and too contemplative if you think too much about what you're learning, which, you know, I guess is good, but I'm like 3 weeks in and I've already had about 4 existential crises. The question, what are you majoring in, that, you know, every single relative asks you at Thanksgiving, it doesn't go away. It just changes form. What are your plans for after graduation? Do you know what you want to do after school? You're a communication major, right? So what are you going to do with that? Communication studies is a really broad topic, and that makes it really difficult to narrow down to what you want to do with it. But it's also really good because there are a bunch of different directions that you can go with it. I've also figured out that my professors hate giving lectures just as much as I hate hearing them. They want to sit down and they want to have a discussion. They want to be just as engaged in the conversation as I do. And my classes are actually starting to get interesting. I mean, I will never find myself wanting to go to class, but when I am in class, I find the time passing a lot quicker. Also, class discussions are the best. All you have to do is do the reading and show up to class with kind of a basic understanding of it, and then just have a conversation about it. Studying communication has ruined the way that I read books, watch TV and movies, and even tweet. I can no longer go into a movie without thinking of whether or not it passes the Bechdel test. Whenever I send out a tweet, I remember that we're living in an age where we are producing the media that we consume. A year ago, I never would have thought that I would be so easily angered by the common accidental addition of an S onto the end of communication. A year ago, I had no idea that so many people considered my major a joke. To which I now respond that interpersonal communication skills, public speaking skills, and written communication skills are all taught within the communication studies field, and they also just so happen to be 3 of the top 10 skills that employers look for. God, I hope I get hired. Ellen DeGeneres, if you're watching this, can you please hire me when I graduate in a year and a half? I'll go in as many haunted houses as you want. And if there are people that still think my major is a joke, you know, I honestly just don't care anymore. Because what I study is really cool, and it's really interesting and really thought-provoking. And I definitely made the right decision a year ago. Another thing that I've learned is that comm professors like to have catchphrases. So, go be brilliant, go frolic in the sun, or the cold, if you're watching this in the winter, and don't do anything I wouldn't do. Is she dragging a body across the floor? You're still here? You're still here after watching yet another one of my videos about comm? Man, props to you. You obviously have a higher tolerance for me than most people. Well, I guess that means that you should head over to my channel and watch all of the other videos that I've made about comm. Yeah, that sounds like a good thing to do.